Hey Sunday drivers, this is Aaron from Driving on Sunday, or the Drive-By History videos, and today I thought I'd just give you a glimpse of what it's like driving in St. Louis. We've covered videos of all over the world. We've covered Tanzania, Kenya, the Philippines, India. We've covered the Rocky Mountains up in Wyoming. We've covered driving in New York City. But one thing I haven't ever shown you is, just kind of a glimpse out my window what it's like driving in St. Louis. So this is my commute every single day. It's a little bit of a rainy day, but it doesn't look a whole lot different than it normally would. It's your standard kind of city drives, just through the suburbs. I'm driving along here on Route 66, and it's kind of interesting. The stretch just outside of the city, you'll see a lot of cemeteries, and they did that. You might remember from our Bell Fountain Cemetery video that there was a cholera epidemic in the 1800s, and they said all the bodies that have been buried in St. Louis, they need to be buried outside of St. Louis because they thought that it was contaminating the water table or something like that. So you see a lot of cemeteries. A lot of bodies were moved, and then all the future cemeteries were planned outside the city limits. Well, now a lot of those are in the city limits because the city has expanded, but not much. There's still quite a few. I'm actually a couple suburbs away from St. Louis. But I was driving down Route 66, and as you know about Route 66, a lot of stuff happened on Route 66. A lot of people driving across the country, and so you have a lot of old historic businesses. You've got Ted Drew's. So if you've never been to St. Louis, you got to go to Ted Drew's. Even if you have been to St. Louis, go to Ted Drew's. And other businesses. There's Lubley's Bakery. And I actually got to meet the founders of that. They lived at the Lutheran nursing home when I worked there a few years ago. So I got to meet some fascinating people there. That's right there along Watson, along Route 66. Also along here, we've got the Crestwood Mall, which has been in the news lately. It was opened, I think, in the early 90s. It was dedicated by Bill Clinton, and it's since closed. It was a very short-lived mall. It was one of the first open-air malls, and then they eventually closed it off, and then it just became a small mall and got swallowed up by all the other ones. And odd location, but now they're tearing it down and they're turning it into housing and apartments. So this is a glimpse out my window of what it's like driving in St. Louis, and as I said, we share these videos every single week of what it's like driving all over the world, and I would love to feature your video. So if your commute is interesting, or if you're driving somewhere interesting, it doesn't even have to be interesting. I just want to show people all the similarities and differences of driving in all these various places around the world. It's amazing what's similar and what's different. So send me your videos at comments@drivingonsunday.com. I would love to feature your video, and if you've got some work that you're plugging, especially if you're on a business trip and you want to promote the work that you're doing, make sure to talk about that, just like I'm doing here in this video. You can talk, or if you're a little bit shy but you just want to show people what it's like driving where you are, feel free to just take a picture out the window. We have a lot of videos like that. I want to show people what it's like driving around the world. But I just got to work, so I'm going to let you guys go. And until next time, thanks for driving with us, and I look forward to seeing your videos.